This Conference USA College Football Preview Edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hey, this is Brandon Lang. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
We have reached the end, Sean. Save the best for last.
Oh yes, USA Conference USA. Joining us in studio from the College Football Experience, the artist on the slides, Pablo Picasso. Colby Dant, what's happening, Colby?
ECU once dominated this conference so much that
oh boy,
we got promoted.
Ooh, really?
You promoted
I am
yourself.
an East Carolina fan.
Conference USA, Colby. People are new to the Conference USA. What do they got to know about Conference USA?
They're resilient. So, because I'm old enough to remember.
Rhymes with FCS.
I am old enough to remember Louisville and East Carolina and Cincinnati and Houston, all within this conference.
Fair to say that Conference USA is, as we now look back at the last 10 years, the biggest loser in realignment.
But
Clearly,
they're resilient though. They stay
like a cockroach.
Yeah, and
Can't get rid of them.
I thought getting Liberty was genius. All these other conferences were like, well, they were a religious institution. It's like, who gives a shit? They win football games. They went to the Fiesta Bowl 2 years ago. So while everyone's caught in their feelings, the Conference USA says, "This is America. All right, you want to be a conservative, crazy institution? We don't give a shit. Come on into the conference.
Yeah,
let's win some football games."
Yeah, as long as you can, win some football games and get that. And Liberty, I mean, we're going to talk about them, but coming in with pretty high expectations for a good season.
It reminds me of like when the Pac-12, like BYU wanted the invite to the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 was like, "No, we don't do religious institutions." How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you?
Tupac? Well, I mean, the Pac-12 probably would have folded anyway, but
I mean, BYU certainly would have helped. They draw a huge TV number. They have a shit ton of cash. They just got like one of the top recruits in the nation.
I mean,
today.
we talk about, so I mean, again, it's the difference between like defined religion and just wanting to wear your Michigan shirt on a Saturday, but they have a tremendous alumni base.
Yeah.
And that would be the thing where it's
school.
like, you're not really playing chess here. Like they have a bigger fan base than the biggest institutions in this country.
Yeah, it's crazy that the Pac-12
and you're seeing it. Colby's been skipping around the house this morning. He's got the towel over the shoulder. He's like they're changing everything. My daughter's like, what is he talking about? And he just BYU getting big recruits. So
they have the number one recruit in basketball coming in, and arguably
Speaking of
the
that
number
fan
one
base.
quarterback in the country. Well, that's part of the allure of what makes the sport so interesting right now. I like to think part of why the SEC is panicking in a way is you've invited everyone to the party now, to the cheating party, and BYU has a shit ton of money, and Liberty, and this to tie it back to the CUSA, Liberty has a shit ton of money, and they went to a Fiesta Bowl just 2 years ago. People don't remember that. When I was growing up, man, I grew up not within like a 2-hour drive, 3-hour drive of Liberty. They were a D3 football program.
Yeah.
I mean, all they produced was Eric Green, the tight end of the Steelers, and that I can think of. Like,
well, it is the irony, right? The schools that have been spending the most through illicit ways arguably have the least when you look at their nest eggs, when you look at their state's wealth, when you look at the financial backing behind them. Sure, there's rich guys still. Every school has rich guys.
Yeah.
But when you look at so I mean, you could argue Vanderbilt may have the biggest endowment in the SEC. And so yeah, when you welcome these other private schools to the party, when you welcome the idea of billionaires, hedge funds just coming in and get like starting to operate the. I mean, the multiple articles have been published about rich guys basically buying college football teams now, and the idea. I mean, that we're only a couple years away from those people being employees and all that, so it's going to get real interesting. Because what do you think's a more desirable, situation? Billionaire walks into a, name a program that had some storied past, but they've been down for a little bit. And a billionaire just said, Berkeley, right? Like they're right there surrounded by
a bunch
money.
of national championships.
Some guy just comes in and is like, guess what? We're going to have a $150 million salary next year.
Maybe MIT all of a sudden gets a football program.
I mean, look at the beginning days of college football. Like all the Ivy League schools were killing it.
But Caltech, the Beavers, snatch it up. I believe that's one of their slogans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a
not
bunch
sexual
though.
at all.
That's what I mean. That's why to me,
I don't have the nice snatch on the.
The sport is always intriguing because it just and even back in the day, it's like we have a bunch of money, we want to be good.
It's revenge of the nerds, right?
Yeah.
Some nerd who went to Caltech is going to be like, I'd like to play in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I'd like to. It's just like the girlfriend of Larry Ellison. She's like, I'd like Michigan to have the best quarterback, and it's like,
bam.
Yeah. I mean, we have all these OnlyFans.
Yeah, Oregon was
only.
That's going to be the currency that drives like rich guys' girlfriends are going to be running college.
I mean, how we have not had
to be worse than TV.
How we have not had an OnlyFans bowl game yet. I don't know what. I mean,
Michigan's going to do pink night.
That would be that's an awesome marketing opportunity for an OnlyFans. All right, let's talk Delaware Blue Hens. Come on.
Oh man, Sean is so stoked to get into it.
To talk Blue Hens. We had I guess we should talk about the odds to win the Natty. They're all 1,000 to 1, which means Liberty. I mean, considering Liberty is what plus 1120 to make the playoff, there could be some value in them to win the Natty at 1,000 to 1, right?
Is their future better than 1,000 to 1 if they make the playoff? What did we see the longest?
It would
shots?
Probably be like 250 to 1 once they get in.
What did we see the longest shots once the playoff started this year? They were still north of 100 to 1.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just think you'd expect Liberty's going to be catching how many points versus Georgia? 21. So think about what that money line is, then multiply it 4 times. So figured we show the futures. Although I do think we were discussing this pre-show. I do think that the FCS promotions probably should be left off this list. Shout out to the books for being inclusive, but I don't think that you can make the playoff without winning Conference USA. If you are, who would that apply to? Delaware and Missouri State.
Yeah.
By the way, Missouri State coming into FBS. Watch out, teams who have bear mascots. Missouri State has one of the better looking bear logo mascots. So, the Baylors of the world out there, the Maines.
Yeah.
You got to step up your bear game.
Watch out.
North Dakota, step up your bear game.
I know a
Montana, step up your bear game.
A guy who was on our high school football team who took a ton of steroids, was like jacked out of his brain, played linebacker. Ended up punting at Delaware. Was a punter for Delaware. Not a great punter.
The Delaware to me is an interesting ad because I mean I've always thought the FBS should include every state. You should have a school representing every state. So like New Hampshire and Rhode Island and Maine. Delaware, I've always wondered, guys. They've had the FCS plays 11 games, right? That's changing to 12 next year, we think. But to give you an idea, they have 38 win seasons or better since 1978.
Joe Flacco.
Cardi keeps a good program.
That's why, I this is one where I just am trusting that they're gonna walk right in. Like this is like App State or JMU or like any of those schools that just hit the ground running. So you could even say Sam Houston. I know their first year they lost a bunch of games.
Their head coach is 18-3. Now they have a pretty tough CUSA schedule, but to your point, like. There's a lot of continuity for a team coming up from the FCS.
And I just feel like this culture has used to winning. It's been, and not only that, their fan base, I think it's a solid fan base. So I think the home games will be a legit atmosphere.
Right. We're going to do a little trivia.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco is the most famous football player I can think of from this
Rich Gannon
university.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Older heads might remember Rich. Joe Flacco originally went to
Pitt,
where he was redshirted, and then his Then he backed up who, Colby? His sophomore, his red shirt. No, at Pitt. Before he transferred, he was the backup to who?
And I remember him starting a game. Who the fuck was the starting quarterback?
He saw action against Ohio. Well, Joe Flacco saw action against
what
Ohio,
years, what
Nebraska.
Years were that?
This is 2004. The 3 teams he did see action against were Ohio, Nebraska, and South Florida. He threw 4 passes and had 1 completion for 11 yards and a 25-yard punt that season. He backed up. I wouldn't have gotten this.
I'm trying to think of Pitt quarterbacks. Alex Van Pelt's already graduated by then. Okay.
Tyler Palkle. And
that makes sense.
That led him to transfer. He had to sit out a year at Delaware, and then he finally played in 2006.
They balled out.
First year in college was in 2003. Didn't actually play till 2006. Shout out to Delaware for giving the. Is he a Philly kid or a South Jersey kid?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he had
Flacco.
Yeah,
I don't think he was born in Philly.
Is okay.
Aren't you on his page?
I am on his page. I don't know why.
Audubon, New Jersey.
Yeah, South Jersey. Okay. I'm glad he had a place where the water runs off down to Delaware to go to school. That's why the hens are blue.
And he's battling.
Look at that Jersey, Pennsylvania runoff.
But this honestly is long overdue. Like I always wondered, they were dominating the FCS certain eras. Obviously it's been more North Dakota State lately, but they still were in a Final Four not that long ago. But they've been since I was like a kid. I remember like they're in the FCS national championship. I felt like every other year. So I know that their fan base probably got tired of dominating, and they said, "Hey, let's go to the next level." And I like them opening up the season against their rivals,
Delaware
head coach
State.
Deshaun Jackson in Delaware State. That's the first game of Deshaun Jackson's coaching career right there.
I love that.
So I have Delaware 1-0.
Which, by the way,
what's the spread on that?
Delaware only has 1 FCS national championship in 2003.
They played in a lot, man. I can tell you that.
Which is pretty remarkable. They claim a 5 D2.
The Buffalo Bills
claim 5 D2,
and they won the Refrigerator Bowl in '54. Don't forget that that's when they were playing FBS teams.
We don't have a spread on this, unfortunately, because of the FCS team. But I'd imagine Delaware will be laying 3 touchdowns.
Delaware was in the MAC in the '60s. Isn't that crazy?
So win against Delaware State, which, by the way, how Deshaun Jackson as a head coach just doesn't make sense in my brain.
No.
It doesn't.
We'll see though. We'll see.
I'm rooting for him. All ex-players that are coaching, I'm rooting for him. At Colorado, that's a
loss.
Tough early season road trip. Then,
UConn at home, loss.
Well, we know UConn's going undefeated. And then at FIU,
you messing with Pitbull?
Saturday, you got to go down in September to Florida. These are think about this, Sean. Our two favorite geographical early season situations in the NFL are fading teams in Colorado early at elevation and fading teams early in Florida.
I think they're going to be 1 and 3.
I'll say 1 and 3, but FIU, if because they're breaking in a brand new head coach, Willie Simmons, I do love the hire, but
8
what if
years,
it's a little
8
late?
winning, 8 winning seasons for Willie.
By the way, I didn't mention it, but 4.5 is the win total, -140 to the over, +114 to the
all the
under.
sharps on the Delaware over,
and they are coming off a 9-2 season. So we got this weird bye. Then the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky come to town, who they are going to be one of the better teams in the conference. So that's probably a home dog situation, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got to text my brother real quick.
Oh, what happened?
It's,
you got a situation?
Well, I'm considering
going to a game.
We were considering going to the Western Kentucky Friday night game at Delaware, and then on Saturday catching Air Force at Navy.
Oh, so you're just reminding him?
Well, we thought it was. I thought when we were consuming beverages that he said it was on the 10th.
No, it's on the 3rd.
Which was my anniversary. So then I was like, "Damn it!"
Oh, but it's
not.
But
now I think we might be able to finagle our way up to UD Stadium. There.
Congratulations. And then another bye week, and then at Jacksonville State, who. Decent season last year.
Hate the bye weeks, but let's bring up this Western Kentucky game. See, this is one that I know Western Kentucky is like a bowl team almost every year.
Yeah.
Right?
Hilltoppers.
8-4 last
But
year.
you're telling me Delaware is going to be nationally televised with that crowd. I think that's not a for sure win.
It's a winnable game.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night.
They got the place is going to be bananas. They've never had
Sean,
the national.
Let's mark it. We're taking the points on at the Circa that Friday night.
Yeah. I mean, like Western Kentucky's. Look, they're solid, but I mean, let's not bullshit ourselves here. A lot of these FCS schools that are really good are on the same level. We saw it, like I said, App State, JMU, Georgia Southern, Sam Houston. They hit the ground running. So I fully expect that to be a game, even though the tops are favored to win this or to play in the championship in this conference against the Flamin' Libs.
Biggest change for us, Sean, going through the schedules this year. I think we're going to be well equipped to bet on Friday night. We'll know all the dog spots.
We're locked in.
All right, so you got so you're saying this is a weird flat spot between buys. Maybe they. I
mean, this is their home conference opener.
Yeah,
as an FBS
this is
team.
a Super
I
Bowl.
wish it wasn't a game on an island.
I agree, but at least they
Because
get the week off. And honestly, this could be a tie. Well,
I think the fact that it is a game on an island. All right, so. Well, I guess maybe I'll take a look while we're talking about the rest of the schedule at what Western Kentucky's doing around them. But at Jacksonville State, Middle Tennessee State.
So Jacksonville State breaking in a new head coach in Charles Kelly. Middle Tennessee State was terrible last year with Derek Mason. They should have kept Rick Stockstill. I've been saying that forever. At the Flamin' Libs,
Liberty, that's a loss.
That's an automatic loss.
Both those road games are losses.
I don't know about the Jacksonville State one, dude. Like they're shifting from Rich Rod speed option to something completely different. So that one might. Look,
and they got the bye.
Yeah. And then, so after Liberty, home to La Tech, then at Sam Houston, which should be noted that is not on campus because they're redoing their stadium. So that is at the Shell Energy MLS Stadium there.
Oh, those are good energy at the soccer arenas.
And then at Wake Forest, call me crazy. I think that's a game.
Yeah, but this is a back-to-back road spot. They got 4 road games in 6 weeks.
All right, couple updates.
UTEP at home, then to close it out.
Western Kentucky is on a back-to-back road spot here,
and it's a short week for them.
And it's the home opener. They've been wanting the fan base has been wanting to go FBS for 30 fucking years.
Well, Colby, how many wins do you think they get after the second bye week?
I like them to get. I think they're better than Middle Tennessee. I think they're better than Louisiana Tech. I think they're better than UTEP because those are all games in Newark.
Okay.
And
this is actually crazy. Both. Western Kentucky is the home opener for Missouri State and Delaware, or the conference.
What did they
opener.
do to deserve that?
Yeah, right.
I like the over, guys. I think this team will probably win like 6 games.
2. I really crafted a win on the Western, and then so we think they can win 3 of these last 6.
To me,
7?
go back. Like the only for sure losable games are Liberty, Colorado, and UConn to me.
But if they win Delaware State, they win Western Kentucky. So
they can get to 5.
We need 3 out of 7 here. So we got 1.
But look,
2.
Look what this is where we should hammer continuity too. Because look at this schedule.
There's a lot of new head coaches in this conference.
There's a slew of new head coaches they're facing.
So now they are going up, but to Colby's point, he keeps hammering at home. We've seen these FCS teams go up to FBS and have a good first year. So I'm on the over.
Like, what do they get? 5 new head coaches? That's a nice schedule.
Yeah. Kramer, you making it 3?
Yeah, it seems like there's a fairly easy path to getting over here. I guess that's why the juice is what it is, but I would expect it to be more. This is in the lock potential, Sean. The airport, Colby calls them, from Florida International, which just sit down, Sean. Sit down. Look at that logo.
Let's talk about
this. What is it, a sun?
Let's talk about this.
Well, 5.5 plus 108 to the over, minus 132 to the under, 14-1 for the conference, 80-1 to make the playoff, 1,000-1 like the rest of the conference to win the championship. Like anyway, as you were saying, Florida International.
I just think I can't emphasize this point enough. So forever, this university has been called the Sun Blazers. Now, when they came up, they thought that name, they changed it to the Panthers, right? Which everybody's a Panther. I mean, how many fucking Panthers are there?
Well, Florida likes their Panthers.
Georgia State, the Panthers. Prairie View, the fucking Panthers. So I like that what they're doing with the Vice Knights, Miami Vice Knights, and having like the fucking power boats and shit on the sidelines. Because look, you need to be like niche, and because everywhere else in Florida is like an established program. So you almost need to be like Creamsicle Buccaneer, right? The Sun Blazers name is awesome. Yeah. Why would you ditch this? They should bring it back.
Yeah, but make the Sun look a little more tough. This is like a, this is like
I like this look. This is like a
we're doing
Mario
the
Brothers level,
it's
right?
like a kindergarten weather project. Oh, look at the sun here.
I think it's campy though, and I think that is why
pretty cool, son.
it's super fucking unique.
I want them.
Why would you go away from that? Get rid of the Panther bullshit. Bring this back. Yeah, if you need to update on the sun, if you think make it more, but still, it is so much more unique. You would remember, hey, the Sun Blazers, Panthers. Like, who the fuck's the Panthers? And that's what you're trying to get the lay fan. I feel like to dive into hey, let's check this out. Much like Boise State with the Smurf turf or something. When I had Dan Hawkins on our show, he was saying no. They had meetings about let's attack every Thursday. What can we do to be different?
Separate.
Let's do a blue turf. Let's do they were all on top of that shit.
And they have a lot of positive regression stuff coming. 4 net close losses. You bring in new head coach Willie Simmons. Willie Simmons coming from what?
He was Duke last year, but he won a national championship at Florida A&M the year before. Yeah. And this is so I was 1 year.
8 years, 8 winning seasons for Willie Simmons.
And I remember him. I'm old enough. I remember him being quarterback at Clemson in the '90s. But I was a year off. I said last year Florida International should hire Willie Simmons because he's from Florida.
Yeah,
he's plugged in, and the guy's a fucking winner. What he did at Florida A&M was super impressive. And what he did with Duke last year, part of Duke's success. Now I know he's just a running backs coach, but I'm just saying, Duke was very impressive last year. So I really like and go back pre Florida A&M. I believe he was at Prairie View. He did a great job there too. So
why do you call them the airport?
Because it's called Florida International.
So
sounds like an airport.
Do you want to have your mind blown?
What's that?
This is gonna blow your mind. I lost my spot. The founders located the campus on the site of the original Tamiami Airport.
Perfect.
It was built.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was being funny.
Built on an old airport ground.
That's fantastic. Well, I always say, they got to play on the tarmac, right? When you go play,
they literally are on a tarmac. Did you know also it's the 3rd largest public institution?
That's
in
what
Florida?
I'm saying. This could be a fucking power. And look,
it's in Miami.
Look, and to lead into that campy thing that I was saying with the logo, I think getting your stadium named after Pitbull adds into that.
Yeah.
Like you could really establish yourself. I mean, come on, you go there, you get a Pitbull concert, you're wearing your fucking FIU shades.
Is Pitbull still cool?
Down there, I think he grew up. Like I heard his press conference when they called it Pitbull Stadium. He's like he grew up within like 2 miles.
I just worry. I know who he is, so I assume that's not a good sign for how cool he is.
I could see him being a local guy.
Also, I didn't realize he was so successful that he could be buying.
He's living the dream. This is what I would want to do. This is what I would want to do.
Well, this is how you support your university.
Yeah.
This is how you actually put up, and everyone else can shut up. All right, so Bethune-Cookman,
and I should like one of the things I want to highlight before we talk schedule. Willie Simmons comes in right away, and you feel the impact of what he can do because Keon Jenkins played very well at quarterback and apparently had several offers. And same with the son of Brian Blades Jr., the corner. They had offers to go elsewhere, and from what I understand, Willie Simmons was able to keep them there, which is huge because before Mike McIntyre, I don't think he's a bad coach, the previous coach, but his talent would leave every year. So. To me, they already got a leg up.
I mean, maybe hey, you don't want to deal with that.
You want to talk to Pitbull? He'll get this.
I'm just saying.
No state taxes on your NIL cash.
Maybe you don't like the bougie private school pussies over there in Coral Gables.
Oh yeah.
You come down to I think it's in Westchester.
Let's go. But yeah,
second game is tough.
They're going to be 1-0, I think. With Cook,
and then at Penn State, that's a loss.
That's a tough.
Then you got the Shula Bowl week 3. But I remember we did the FAU preview. I took FIU. Yeah. I trust the coaching, man. That dude's a first time head coach.
Delaware at home. I had that as a loss for Delaware, right?
I did too. Yeah. So I have them 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah. That's a tricky game. That Delaware game, Delaware could win.
Yeah.
I had FIU winning that game.
3-1, 2-2.
Also worth pointing out, Penn State does have a look ahead spot to Villanova when they're playing week 2. Bye week is why is Conference USA doing
you know what
this
I think it is?
week?
I think it's because they transition to the Tuesday games.
Oh, I see. So it flips that's how they flip the switch.
Yeah.
Bye week at UConn. Bye week. That's going north there. That's a loss.
Yeah.
But still, they got 3 wins.
And he like the
3-2.
talent level on this team is probably pretty like it's probably a little bit better than a lot of the other schools because they are in Miami. You know, like some of these guys can
Again,
play.
that's I mean, you are in Florida. B, you're in Miami in terms of a destination at Western Kentucky. It's a tricky road.
I'll
spot
say
there.
lost there, but look, yeah. I mean, I'll
Kennesaw State, and then
win.
I don't like the 3 road games in 4 weeks at Missouri State, at Tennessee, at Middle Tennessee.
I think they get one of those.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee. I don't think it's going to be that good this year.
So that would put me. And by the way, this number moved. I did my FIU preview. This was at 4.5 like a couple weeks back.
So you move the number.
I like.
Well, you're getting plus money on the over.
Liberty, like you said, they chose Liberty for homecoming, which is diabolical.
That is.
And then you have Jacksonville State at home.
You're gonna lose by 28 points.
Ooh, things got so we went from 3 wins early to 1, 2.
I still think I'm on the over. I think this is like a 6-6 team.
I don't, Sean. That's a stretch, right?
Yeah. The problem is Liberty you're not beating. Jacksonville State, can they beat Jacksonville State at home?
Yes.
So they have to beat. We would need them to win Kennesaw State, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee, Sam Houston.
I think
can you win?
Sam Houston's not.
No,
really
I'm saying, can you win 2 of those games? I just listed 4 games. Can you win 2 of them?
The problem with the Missouri State game is probably gonna be cold as fuck by then.
I just think you're relying on this to get over. You're relying on this.
They're better than Middle Tennessee though right now.
I know, but to get over,
they beat Middle Tennessee by double digits last year.
To get over with this team, you need them to win multiple road games.
I got him 6-6. Trust in the coach.
Under.
Yeah, I'm with Colby. I'll go in the over 5.5. I think they could get to 6 here.
But I would say,
I don't
shop
see those 3
around.
wins.
There might be a 4.5 still out there.
I don't see those 3 wins. Too many road games.
Hey, head over to mybookie.ag if you're doing some shopping. Use that promo code SGPN so your shopping cart gets a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and condition. There's a rollover requirement. On MyBookie, you can use it in so many places, going live everywhere. Customers, they service a ton of customers, and look at that sweet Diego Pavia. Great place to get down.
He started in the CUSA.
Yeah, great place to get down on some NFL futures, some college football futures, some Heisman Trophy odds. And again, toss us a bone, toss yourself a bone. MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN so you get that 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Circa Las Vegas. Use that promo code SGP15. 15% off your stay at the beautiful Circa, the D, or the Golden Gate anytime you're in Las Vegas. You got to be heading downtown and sign up for the Circa Million, Circa Survivor, 21 million in guaranteed prizes. Come hang out with us August 21st through the 23rd. Ultimate contest weekend. Also college football week 0. Great weekend. Come out to Vegas, sign up for the contest, get all your future bets in, say hi to us, have some cocktails. There's a bunch of that weekend in particular. There's a bunch of parties going on. Great weekend to be out in Las Vegas and hanging out at the Circa, the D, or the Golden Gate. Again, promo code SGP15 gets you 15% off. And you're signing up for the contest, you need a proxy. You sign up with the proxy. They put your picks in every week, so you can literally play from anywhere, but you do need to sign up in Vegas. Good excuse to come out to Vegas. And when you're signing up with the proxy, footballcontest.com, promo code SGP saves you $50. Footballcontest.com, promo code SGP.
Just real quick, apologies. Colby just made a very embarrassing mistake. Diego Pavia actually.
Oh, he started
in.
Yeah, but we first knew about him.
Do you want to tell me what conference he started in?
D2. I know
New
that.
Mexico
Yeah.
Military Institute competes in the Southwest Junior College Football.
I've
Conference.
watched a game of theirs before, but I think it was pre Pavia in this studio. It was like an opening Thursday night day game. Actually, I wonder if he was on the team.
That's dirty. All right, so Colby feels like he just took like this logo doesn't feel like a typical Colby logo. You just took the one off the website.
Nah, the retro is cool, but it's kind of basic. But I like this one.
So you like the new one better?
There's a lot of new shit I like better.
Oh,
all right,
nice.
Really?
That's not right. That's not true.
Seahawks Stadium.
What?
Much better than that
The
kingdom bullshit.
What a random thing to bring.
Seahawks. How about the Seahawks' new uniforms compared to the ones they had like with
Corey,
Sean Alexander?
That was middle.
Those were fucking
You like
horrible.
the old
the
ones
middle
better,
were
though.
fucking horrible.
You like the old ones, but the middle ground.
No, I think the new and the old are both really good.
the NFL has a lot of bad middle-aged jerseys. They had a bad stretch there. 5.5 or 6.5 is the number here for Jacksonville State. Plus 140 to the over, minus 172 to the under. 950 to win the conference, 40 to 1 for the playoff, 1,000 to 1 for the Natty.
I remember being in Vegas with you guys. We're about to sit down at the Capitol Grill with our, to get a little steak, and I had to watch on my phone because that the bar wasn't that hip to put the Jacksonville State Florida State game on.
Oh, and then when they got upset.
Oh yeah, the fucking Hail Mary pass.
That was Rich Rod.
Oh yeah, that was actually pre-Rich Rod. That was the year before Rich Rod.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so a big supporter of this program for a while, man.
They lost Rich Rod.
Yeah, they don't have Rich Rod.
They're only returning 4 starters. They got a lot of Conference USA games on the road. What do we make of the new head coach, Charles Kelly, Colby?
Well, I like he's one of their own. He's from Jacksonville State. That's kind of where he came up, but then he was also, at Alabama with Saban, Auburn. A lot of that footprint there in the South. He was with Colorado and Dion the first year he came up. And then last year he was with Auburn again. So I mean, look, he knows Alabama through and through.
I don't have a high res graphic of this, but I did want to make sure Sean could put a face to the name. Look at this. Look at this dweeb. Look at this guy. What's he doing there in the front?
He's tucking his play sheet into his
in the front.
The front.
Where is that? Does that say? What does that say? Florida State? Was he okay. Well, he was at previously at Florida State too.
Does he have? Does he not have a dick? Why wouldn't you go with the back?
Wow, you wouldn't say that to his face.
I go, what is the
buddy? You're putting the thing in the front, not the back.
Yeah, what's the play sheet touching? And he's wearing a heavy sweater at Florida State. Come on.
It looks like he's wearing like a polo under a sweater at Florida State. This guy's not.
Colby, you meet this guy at your country club?
Yeah,
I'm intrigued about it. The hires though, he brings in offense coordinator Clint Trickett, and sounds like a NASCAR driver, but I swear he's I think he's decent. And then the DC Brian Williams, who I thought was kind of promising when he was at Maryland under Loxley. I kind of thought he was better than Loxley. So I am intrigued with the staff. The question is they just have so many damn new players. It's hard to get a judge. Gavin Wimsatt, the former Kentucky, he was at Kentucky last year. Prior to that, he started at Rutgers. Comes in at the quarterback spot, and like I said, there's basically no return. Like the numbers tell you 6 returning starters total, but even that, those are starters that just played elsewhere in college football. They were not at Jacksonville State.
No, I think this is going to be a tough year one. For
this guy has coached, grinded out coaching for a long time.
I told you, man.
Never been a head coach though. Yeah. And I do have a theory about guys who have too much experience. There's a reason they didn't get a chance before then. And I will maybe I'll take back my comments. He played DB at Auburn, but I would be a little concerned. First time, a lot of road games, some trickiness. I understand why the juice is on the under here at UCF to start it out.
Well, that's the start is just fucking.
Then they get the Liberty game right off the bat, so they'll get their ass beat there. New coach, and then at Georgia Southern. Also
tough game.
Do we have a spread for any of their games?
The UCF game, I think, might be out.
They're catching 16.5.
But what better time to get UCF? To be fair, like they're overhauling an offensive defense.
So 0-3.
Yeah.
Murray State at.
And then
Southern
our boys,
Miss.
Southern Miss, they're going to be 1-4.
We love Southern Miss.
They're going to be 1-4.
And then you got the neutral site road game against Sam Houston on the road after a bye, and then you catch Delaware
on a short week, but they're at home.
Well, at this point, does Conference USA have a catchy name for their midweek action?
No. I'm just double checking.
What are you double checking?
The win total. Did I fuck this up? Is it really 6.5?
What do you think it should be? Lower?
I was thinking 4.5. Let me see if I.
Oh, this is great.
Did I mess this up?
You're watching Picasso.
No, it's 6.5
in his lab.
I mean, it's minus 170 to the under.
The juice is heavy.
Look at the schedule. Then you got the Blue Hens at home, bye week, at Middle Tennessee, at UTEP. That's not easy.
Yeah, guys, I think
Where are they
I think the under's a pretty good play
right, so
here.
Kennesaw State at home. You should win that. Then at FIU, and then maybe the Hilltoppers at home.
What games are they favored?
But the Hilltoppers, I think, are better than them. Right?
Yeah,
I think they maybe
yeah.
win 4 games. That's gonna even 4
They'll
games.
be
is a
favored
stretch.
against Murray State, Delaware, and Kennesaw.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, but I can't get to no 7 wins. You crazy? I think it's a lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do they have so? This is why the juice is where it is. I mean, they maybe the Western Kentucky game. I would imagine Western Kentucky is a short favorite.
But I would
maybe.
even take it. I would try and find a 5.5 at like -110 because I would be on the
under.
Yeah, I don't think they get to 5 games. 4 and 8.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just replace Rich Rod with a guy that's never coached.
Well,
before.
and it's stylistically, it's a big thing to learn. The difference.
I mean, think about it. How often do you come across a guy who has been coaching since 1990 with 0 stops as a head coach?
It's not a great sign.
Maybe he's due.
He's also he doesn't even have a lot of experience being a play calling assistant. So
He's a Saban guy though. Saban guy, Paul Johnson guy. He's coached for some damn good coaches.
He coached, like you said, he coached for Paul Johnson at Georgia Tech. He coached at Florida State under Bobby Bowden.
No, that's probably that's
when
Jimbo.
did Bobby Bowden
That's
end?
Jimbo.
Is it?
Yeah, I
The
think
2013?
That's Jimbo. Yeah,
Under Jimbo. He was at Tennessee for a year. Only Alabama for
Coach
1 year.
Prime.
Yeah, and then he did a 1 year stint with Prime, and then last year he was at that debacle in Auburn. Last 2 years ago? No, last year.
Yeah.
Kennesaw State. Good luck to the Jacksonville State. I mean, again, we're Rich Rod guys, so we were never going to be high on them. Next up, we got the Owls of Kennesaw State.
Pussy ass.
Recently up from the FCS.
Recently started their football program.
Coming off a 2-10
They started
year.
their football program in like 14, I feel like, or something like that.
3.5 the win total this year. -148 to the over, +120 to the under, 28 to 1 to win the conference, 100 to 1 to make the playoff, and 1,000 to 1 for them to win the national championship.
Take notes, George Mason and VCU. Take notes.
What's the note?
Start your football program. Look, you can be FBS in 10 years.
Kennesaw State let Bohannon go as their head coach.
That was wrong in my opinion.
-154 in yards per game in conference.
Is
USA
that good,
play.
Sean?
No,
I'm not familiar.
That was wrong. They were making their transition to the FBS.
Yeah.
That guy won a lot of games for them in the FCS.
Why would you do that? It was just that's obviously a reason to quote upgrade, right?
And that was, he was blindsided by that. But shout out to Coach Bohannon, because after the game, they did, a couple like he was man enough to show up and be one of the fans cheering on his team. So but I mean, look, they go out and hire Jerry Mack, the return of the Mack. Kind of out of left field a little bit for me, but Jerry Mack did coach a while back at NC Central, I believe.
Kennesaw State tried to say he resigned.
That's some bullshit. I think they were. I don't know. I mean, that they did him dirty. I know that because he like the whole team was behind him.
72-38 in his 10th season.
He took them to the FCS playoffs like multiple times. Like a brand new. They did him dirty in my opinion. But this is an interesting team because they are such a young program. We'll see what Jerry Mack can do. They bring in Dexter Williams, the quarterback from Georgia Southern.
That's bad vibes.
Yeah.
It's a bad vibes team.
And this is not an easy schedule. At Wake.
Yeah, but at least Wake.
Wait, hold on. Before
Jake
we get to
Dicker's
the
first
schedule,
game.
listen to this bullshit. Kennesaw State athletic director Milton Overton. What a
Swing line.
you can already tell this guy fucking lives in a dumpster looking for that cheese. What was cheese from old school? I want to express my sincere appreciation to Coach Bohannon and his family for their dedication to Kennesaw State University and our football program over the last 11 years. That's what someone says when you just shot the man in the back of the head. I don't know if I can get behind this program this year.
They did do him dirty. The guy's
we
a good
stand with
football
Bohannon.
coach. Yeah, he's a good football coach, and
this is pretty spicy.
Look at that, man. He had 3 double-digit win seasons in the past 7 years.
This was his response. This morning, I was informed directly by AD Overton. I like making him sound even more evil. that he was making a change in leadership. Contrary to what's been reported, I want to be clear that I did not step down from my position as head football coach at Kennesaw State University. Since we started the football program, I've had the pleasure of coaching and working alongside so many great people. I appreciate your hard work and dedication to the program.
And guess what happens?
Fuck Kennesaw State.
And guess where he is now? I'm looking at where Brian Bohannon.
Where did he end up?
Georgia Tech assistant head coach.
Oh shit! Even
Assistant
another reason.
head coach with those Yellow Jackets.
Even another reason to like him.
God damn it! Any other program? That's one of the worst programs he could have landed at. Kennesaw State. Oh, look at the way they start the season at Wake Forest. I guess that's.
But you're getting Jake Dickert in his first game, so okay, we got to favor Wake, but I'm just saying,
Wake's laying
stranger
17
things have happened with 2 first-year head coaches meet.
They're 750 on the money line. At Indiana,
They're going to lose by 30 there.
get their ass beat.
Signetti.
And then unbelievable. Merrimack.
The Warriors come out to play.
Well, I was gonna say, back when we were talking Big Ten, I was getting some angry DMs because I didn't back Signetti this year. I took the obvious regression pill. So you have Merrimack Warriors at home and Arkansas State, the Red Wolves coming to town, and Middle Tennessee.
They could get Middle Tennessee.
These are
Merrimack.
3 winnable games.
Yeah, I think Arkansas State's a little more talented, but Jones is such a shitty coach that it's possible that Mac could pull the upset there. But I'm gonna say 2 and 3 at the first bye.
They might be 1 and 4.
So which 2 do they win though?
I'm not really sold on.
I'm going Merrimack and Middle Tennessee.
Okay. Let's try to be optimistic and say that they win 2 here. Then we got the switcheroo bye La Tech bye.
They're not beating Louisiana Tech.
La Tech is not probably less of a winnable game than Middle Tennessee. Then you have off that bye, you're down at the airport.
Loss
Against the Panthers / what is it? Sunshine Warriors?
Sunblazers.
Oh, Sunblazers.
Sunblazers. Come on.
Sunblazers just sounds like someone who likes to get blazed.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It is very Miami. UTEP Miners at home. Is that a winnable game?
It is winnable, but I favor UTEP.
Yeah.
At New Mexico State.
That is
That's Cruces.
that could be winnable though because they've been ass. That ever since Jerry Kill left, they've been ass.
At Jacksonville
I mean,
State.
there are some winnable games.
Damn
here,
it!
man.
Why are there winnable games? I don't care if there's winnable games. Give me the under.
Missouri State at home at Liberty. No. Yeah, I'm on the under.
I'll take the over.
I'm irrationally taking the. I don't like the way
I
they
just
treated
feel like there's
Bohannon.
so much turnover in this conference.
That's bad juju.
Vibes. Bad
Yeah,
vibes.
I mean, look, it's not Jerry Mack's fault. He just wants to coach ball. Hey, you want to coach D1 college football program? Sure, let's go.
He should have had a principal not taking the job. Next up, we got the belle of the ball, the favorite in conference, the Liberty Flames. Definitely don't look into other things that the Liberty University are getting into.
They're a lock here, guys.
But the football
This is
team
ridiculous.
is very clearly they're chalk for a reason and probably going to win this conference. 8-3 last year, 9.5's the total this year. -102 to the over, -120 to the under, +140 to win the conference, 1120 to make the playoff. The only odds short of 25 to 1 here, which makes the 1,000 to 1 conference championship price interesting. Now,
Take the 140 for the CUSA right now. That's free money.
Smash it. They're the best team far and away. They did lose some offensive production, but their defense should still be really good.
But last season you kind of had 2 years ago they won. They went to the Fiesta Bowl. They went undefeated and then they took on Oregon and got blown away by Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl. Last season though, it was kind of a tough spot. Caden Salter, their quarterback that was so good the year prior, he wanted to transfer out, but I think because some type of technicality with his transfer credits, he could not. So he was kind of handcuffed into staying at Liberty. And from what I understand, when you have your starting quarterback that doesn't want to be there, it's just not a good thing for your program. So one of the things I do I like Salter now with a fresh start, and I like them going out and getting Ethan Vasco, who started at Coastal Carolina with Jamie Chadwell. Not only that, he added Ryan Berger, who started at Appalachian State too. So they have 2 quarterbacks I think are very capable. And then just the P5 talent that they bring in is pretty good in the portal. They brought in a lot of guys that are very good players from Florida and stuff like that. And I just think this team is vastly
And the schedule
vastly better. That's what I'm saying. Well, this is the bad part of for Liberty. I almost think they shouldn't have joined the Conference USA because you only with the conference schedule it only gives you 3 or 4 weeks to get a non-con game, and no one really wants to play. Well, they have the money to.
Yeah.
So I think it might have made more sense to stay independent, but no one wants to play them in the non-con. They got JMU, but man, I think we're going to go through the schedule, but this is a team that I think 12-0 is certainly doable, and I think they're going to fuck up because another thing is the CUSA a few years ago was much better. You had Rich Rod at Jacksonville State, right? You had Casey Keeler at Sam Houston State.
They have kind of lost some.
Yeah,
some
Jerry Kill was at New Mexico State. You know, like this conference right now is really in this transition. Rick Stockstill at Middle Tennessee. So
we'll go through highlight any games where they're expected to be a dog. Maine at home, smash.
Yeah, smash
at Jacksonville State, smash.
Spot. Taking on Eddie George and Bowling Green,
smash.
Yeah. Now this is the one.
JMU.
Actually, I would say these next two are the tricky ones.
Okay.
JMU, this is a long time rivalry that has not happened in over 10 years. I think it's like 15 years since they've played. There's a lot of animosity between both fan bases. They think they're the best school in Virginia. So that game being at Williams Stadium is huge because one thing about Liberty, you can say what you want about their politics or whatever. They have awesome fans at any level of sport, whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, they pack the fucking place. So I give Liberty a little bit of an edge there, even though if they played that at a neutral, I think I might take JMU, but
JMU's coming off a bye.
I'm taking the Flamin' Libs at home there. Then they had, now I will say this is tricky. If they beat JMU,
it could be a letdown spot.
It could be a letdown spot against another in-state rival.
Yeah.
So that's the tricky spot for me. But if they get through that, let's just say they lose one of those games.
Okay.
Oh wait, timeout. All right, I did a little bit of some digging. Both Old Dominion and JMU are coming off bye weeks.
But Jamie Chadwell, man,
it is early in the season, so I don't know if I value the bye week as much. But yeah, no,
I
don't think they're losing
2 weeks in a row.
I don't think
they're
they're
losing
losing 2 in a
both.
row. Worst case 1-1 there.
And then you start conference play again. I mean, I know you have Jacksonville State week 2, but I got them as like a double-digit favorite against every single team in the conference.
At UTEP, New Mexico State at home,
and the road spots, like okay, maybe the Sun Bowl can get you, but I don't know. These teams, I think they're going 11-1. I think 12.
Delaware at
on
home,
the table.
Missouri State at home, at FIU, at La Tech, Kennesaw State at home. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Smash the over.
Yeah, after their bye week, which game do they drop?
None. Like
so, even if they do drop,
what is the most dangerous game there?
Even if they lose
the bye
2,
week
they might be able to
UTEP.
win out.
The most dangerous game is probably FIU.
I mean, I don't. So the road at UTEP, at FIU, like these are all similar to at La Tech.
That coach could be fired there.
Oh, we're the first coach we fired in the conference.
Cash it.
So yeah, I mean, to your point, they will be laying. Yeah,
this is a smash play. Dude.
I'm gonna.
This is one of the best plays on the board. I build me a case they lose 3 games. Who the fuck could beat this team 3 times?
But here's the thing: you're gonna get to like they could lose 2 in the first 5 weeks.
You're saying JMU and ODU.
Getting teams coming off buys like that, that is.
I would just be a little surprised because their roster, like JMU, maybe ODU is.
Well, yeah, they're gonna be they're gonna be favored in all their games, right?
I think so. If it was in Harrisonburg, they would be a dog, but I think they'll be favored in all 12.
Are you guys taking the over?
Of course,
it's a lock. It's a lock, dude.
Kramer's hating on Liberty.
No, I was just pointing out a tricky bend in the schedule. I'm with you. The plus 140 is probably the better bet, though.
Yeah, I agree because
they can win it 9-3.
You host the playoff, or you
also
host
you
host the conference championship.
You can win the conference
at 9-3.
At 9-3,
and you get plus money.
Correct. Next up, we've got the lot we were just talking about, the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech.
Pretty cool dog.
It's a solid dog. A lot of Bulldogs, but this one's a solid one. 6.5 is the win total this year after a 5-7 season last year. Plus 138 to the over, minus 172 to the under, plus 950 to win the conference, 80-1 to make the playoff.
5-7 season.
Cumby.
Yeah, I mean, look, former Mike Leach quarterback.
Excuse me.
At Texas Tech, but this is one where they were 5-7. Remember Marshall quit on their bowl game, so they got the call to the bowl game. They get smacked in the bowl game 30.
But they showed up.
Yeah, no credit to La Tech, but I'll say this:
they had 3 overtime losses last year, and they were plus 79 yards per game in conference play.
And vibes.
Well, that's the question: is like, do you? I was a skeptic of the hire when it happened. Yeah. I thought, man, I don't know about this dude coaching here, but it almost the rest of the conference has gotten worse. So it's like, well, there's continuity here.
They're a real team.
There's continuity here.
It's a real Division I team. What's the quarterback situation?
Evan Bullock. Look, in any air raid system, you're going to be able to fire the ball around. They did lose Troy Edwards' son, though, True Edwards, to the NFL. Marlon Jackson, a wide receiver to keep an eye out on. But one of the things that strikes me that is a gamble of this team is they've always played. They're been a soft ass team. Like, you could run for a lot of yards against La Tech over the years. That's the only thing that scares me. But they're due. You would think, like what I just talked about, all those coaches are gone. Yeah. So who can reap the benefits?
They have some continuity.
It's probably teams like Louisiana Tech.
Come be.
Let's take a look at that schedule.
All right.
You said the win total, right?
6.5.
Yeah, I thought I pulled up the schedule. What, Maine? Am I on the wrong thing?
You're on the Flaming Libs.
Bad. Southeastern Louisiana.
It's win.
Love the Lions.
Tricky.
Then you got at LSU. By the way, LSU. This is a sandwich spot between Miami and Florida, I believe.
Okay.
So not so fast.
New Mexico State at home feels winnable.
That's a
Southern Miss.
Sorry,
home.
Clemson in Florida.
That's a loss.
Yeah, we like Southern Miss. At UTEP, could go either way.
That could go either way.
I mean, it'll maybe a short dog, maybe a small favorite. I like the idea.
Kramer's dog's destroying his locker right now.
No, he's just delaying making a bed. So what? So all right. So we're getting out of here with 2 wins or 3.
It's on the fence with that UTEP game. I'm going to say 2.
Wait. So let's remember though. This is a team that said, "Oh, did someone try to cancel football?" We'll uncancel football.
Good yards per game.
Mike
and
Leach
he's coaching
ties.
for his job.
Mike Leach ties.
3 overtime losses usually bounce back.
All right, so I'll give him a bonus win here. 3-2. Bye week. Maybe they get LSU off that Clemson game.
No, they're gonna get housed.
Bye week and then at Kennesaw. That's winnable.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Bye week, Western Kentucky. That's winnable.
At home. Yeah.
That's a tough game though.
Yeah.
It's either or.
Still, we're at 4 or 5. Then you got Sam Houston at home, winnable game. At Delaware, winnable game. At Washington State, loss.
I don't like the final month.
Liberty, tough game, but you got them at home.
You're not going to beat the Flaming Libs.
At Missouri State, like you said, cold weather, that could be tricky. I still think you have. Do we have 7 here?
No, I don't.
3, 4, 5, 6. I got. They could get their 7th win at Delaware.
To me, I got them with Southeastern Louisiana. I got them with New Mexico State.
Yep.
I got them with Kennesaw State. That's 3. I'll take. Let's just say they take down Sam Houston as 4. I got this team as like at best case scenario 5-7.
Kramer, I'm on the under with you, Colby.
Nope. I'm sticking to my
the final month is brutal.
USA vibes.
Good luck with the air raid in Dover, Delaware, Pullman, Washington, or no, Newark, Delaware, Pullman,
Mike Leach
Washington.
Literally coached in Pullman.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, but
how dare you?
But you got the practice.
Like
you got the practice in Pullman. You're practicing in Ruston, Louisiana.
Knower right now.
And then, good luck. Good luck, buddy.
Got to disagree with you bozos once in a while. Nice logo here from Middle Tennessee. Do they drop the state? Are they no longer Middle Tennessee State? They're just Middle Tennessee.
But
that's strange. I mean, I was there when they called it Middle Tennessee State, so I'm going to keep calling it that. Win total's 4.5 this year. After not a very good year last year, 3 wins. -150 to the over though, +122 to the under. 14-1 to win the conference. 80-1 to make the playoff. Colby, another splendid team in the conference.
Well,
USA.
I warned these idiots that I remember Middle Tennessee fans were DMing me
Who
because
did you warn?
I said they should be happy they have Rick Stockstill. He has wins, at Missouri, at Maryland, and they were like, "No, I'm sick of going 8-5." Okay.
Well, now they're not going 8-5.
They got Mason in year 2.
Yeah.
They have 15 returning starters, number 36 in experience, -9 in the turnover differential. Maybe the ball bounces their way. Doesn't sound like Colby's optimistic.
Let me
about
just
Middle
explain
Tennessee.
those wins last year. They beat Tennessee Tech of the FCS by 7. They beat Kennesaw State 14-5 after they had fired their head coach, and then they squeaked out an overtime win against UTEP 20-13. So 3 teams, none of them with winning records. So yeah, I mean,
they start with a winnable game against Austin P.
My Governors.
Watch out though. I
That's
don't feel super based on the team I saw last year. Now, obviously they should take a step forward, but I still think that's a game. I don't think that with Tennessee Tech, Austin P is better than Tennessee Tech. And that was a 7-point game a year ago.
Colby has said, "Watch out" to every single FCS team on every FBS roster.
They keep a good program.
You tried to just sell me on Louisiana Tech, LSU. I said you're fucking crazy. La Tech's
Well, that's not an FCS team. If there was an FCS squad, you say, "Watch out." At Wisconsin,
Loss.
At Nevada,
Loss.
Marshall.
I mean, and look, that's winnable just because Marshall's overturning everything, but
So is Kennesaw State.
I still trust Marshall more than Middle Tennessee.
So you think they can win 2 or 3?
2 and 3. 2 and 3. And
Kennesaw
that's
State.
being actually, 1 and 4. Fuck off.
So they win. Marshall wins.
I feel like you're talking to the Middle Tennessee DMers there. No, I think you can beat Austin P. I don't know.
That's
about,
one, and you can
maybe Kennesaw State, but Kennesaw
That's
State
a 50-50.
that might be
at Kennesaw.
That
State.
might be one of their 3 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 4.
Bye week, Missouri State at home. That's a win, right?
I mean, a Petrino family member coming into Johnny Red Floyd Stadium.
Family member. How much are we going to extend the Petrino name?
He's a great
he's
trade.
married to his daughter. All right?
I know. It's just like that. We're really stretching thin. Then bye week at Delaware.
Loss.
Yeah, I feel like most of these I'm leaning loss. Jacksonville State at home, FIU at home, at Western Kentucky. That's a tough spot.
By the way, FIU, Willie Simmons, their head coach, you know where he started?
Where's that?
Middle Tennessee.
Rick Stockstill in Middle Tennessee. You don't think
Wow.
it's personal for him?
Oh,
Wow,
he's got that game
It's
circled.
Yeah,
personal.
yeah.
Sam Houston and then at New Mexico State. So they the wins on the schedule are what? Sam Houston.
If even though I trust Sam Houston's talent level is
You could make a
better
case
than-
they only have
1, 2,
I'm on the under.
maybe 3
You
or 4.
could make a case they only have like 2 guaranteed wins.
You
And I
said
don't-
they had a lot of experience, Sean.
Yeah, but Colby was shitting on him, so I'm gonna follow his lead. Under 4.5.
Yeah, this is an under team. Missouri State, we were just talking about them. Another one recently fresh up from the FCS ranks. It's their first year, so guess what, Sean? They can't win. Not allowed to win the conference this year.
They're holding them back.
That is a pretty sick bear.
Oh, we got another bear.
I will say Austin P did lose to Chattanooga by 7 last year too. So Middle Tennessee beats Chattanooga by 7. Austin P loses to Chattanooga by 7.
Colby's
It's more
over
automatic
here on
than
his
yeah.
cork board, getting crazier by the minute. Missouri.
You like
State-
this bear a lot, I know,
Yeah,
right?
we like the bear.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the conversation. 8-4 last year in the FCS. 4.5 is the total this year. -115 to the over.
8-4 in the Missouri Valley. That should be noted.
Good FCS conference. And they really don't have odds for any of the futures because they can't really do that.
Ryan Beard, are you legit? Year 1, I thought no. Year 2, last year in the FCS, I thought, yeah, he looked pretty fucking good. But now
Second
comes the big
toughest
jump.
schedule.
Now comes the big jump.
You got to get some games because, like Sean said, the schedule's tough. You have some automatic losses.
Their home opener in the FBS, they get a fucking playoff team from last
Oh
year.
my
to come
God!
in
Look at
there.
this. At USC to start.
Loss.
At Marshall.
They might be able to steal that just because of how many people left Marshall. But
Back-to-back
It's a tough
road
place to
spot.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, that's
SMU at home. So probably 0-3.
yes,
UT Martin at home.
FCS playoff team a year ago too, by the way.
That's a winnable game.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're
One.
okay.
And then they lose to Western Kentucky.
1-4 at Middle Tennessee State.
Win.
Okay, so two, and then at New Mexico State.
Man, you would have loved if Middle Tennessee or New Mexico State came to.
That's a tough road spot. FIU coming to town, maybe a win. At Liberty,
no.
UTEP coming to town is winnable.
No.
At Kennesaw, winnable.
Yeah, I'll take the under. I just
So
feel
that's
like the teams you want at home this year are Middle Tennessee, New Mexico State, and Kennesaw, and they're all on the road.
What do we like? What do we like? What else do we like about this team, Colby?
Shamari Lawrence is a proven running back that I like that addition. We'll see how Jacob Clark does at QB there, but I mean
their road schedule.
They did. So last year they almost beat Montana. They lost by 5 to Montana. They lost by 1-score game at Ball State. I mean, they might be better than I realized. Like, just because they're in the Missouri Valley, they might be just a little bit better. Like Missouri Valley, let's be honest. If you put half these schools in the Missouri Valley, they wouldn't win that shit.
Here's why I'll take the over. They get UT Martin, winnable game against Middle Tennessee State, New Mexico State, FIU.
They did beat
UTEP,
UT Martin by 7
and Kennesaw.
Year.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 winnable games and a guaranteed win. So ceiling of 6 wins.
Let me see if I can get 5.
I'll take the
UT
over.
Martin, Middle Tennessee,
New Mexico State.
3.
I mean, so how do we feel about the head coach? Because they are doing the FCS to FBS.
He's a little unproven. I mean, like year one, they definitely.
I'm going under.
But let me ask you this: how big is this? This is kind of a Southern Conference, right? I mean,
yeah.
That Springfield, Missouri gets fucking
chilly.
cold, man. How much of an advantage is that when UTEP? Even though UTEP's kind of sneaky cold, I feel like in El Paso.
Even FIU.
Yeah, or
La Tech. So all those home games are winnable down the stretch. Wish they would have had maybe one more.
I'll take the under 4-8.
Kramer, you're sticking with your over.
This guy, he's not as proven as a commodity with the coaches like Delaware's coach, Cardi there. So
how was the Missouri State defense for the last 3 years?
Last 3 years,
back when he was the DC.
They were solid. I mean, they had their games.
Yeah. Let's go. We'll throw a dart with them.
Over for Kramer, under 4.5 for Colby and I.
Got to take it over at some point. All right, next up we got the Aggies.
Great logo.
One of my favorites.
Very offensive. The Aggies of New Mexico State. I mean, he's not only has one gun, he has two. Someone should get John Morant just photoshopped on this guy. The John Morant logo.
Such a great logo.
Remember when John Morant, they got in trouble for doing his air guns or, celebration pro guns. And then he switched to, he just said, fuck it, and threw a hand grenade as a celebration.
I do like that.
No more guns, John. No more guns.
What did he say? It was like a water balloon.
Yeah,
I mean, it's imaginary. He's in an imaginary weapons arm race.
He did. I mean, it's crazy to think that you would tell people that you hang out with fake guns. No, it's not real. I like to carry around toy guns. 4.5's the win total for the.
Oh, there we go.
What
kind of person would hang out with fake guns?
You got
not me.
Hold on, what's going on here? We're doing Conference USA, Second
there
Amendment, baby.
Guns
there
up.
There we go.
Nice.
USA.
Oh my God. So,
USA.
If you're
USA.
If you're listening to the audio, please.
That could be a great gift.
Please
just going USA, USA.
Please tune into the video and comment on Sean holding the gun with 2 hands. Oh, nice. Oh man.
There we go.
People are gonna
say what again?
More people will make fun of that than they will.
Try and take my Conference USA preview from me.
Man, this is probably.
You can pry my gun from my cold dead hands.
I can't wait for you.
You gotta ask yourself: did I lock up over 3 or 4 Conference USA teams?
I just put the safety on. Just
I can't wait for Conference US or for YouTube to take this down for violent. And it's like, what? The New Mexico State logo is too violent for you? Maybe we'll have to blur this out.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
4.5 over -122, under +100. 26-1 is the conference price. 100-1 is the playoff price. They have a good home edge.
They have a great schedule, but the problem is, by the way, this is one of my best locks last year. on the under on
Oh,
Tony Sanchez.
You rank your locks?
No, I have an episode where I give away my top plays.
Oh, I didn't know
but,
that. Very fun.
But this hire just was a little lazy in my opinion. But maybe he can answer the calling here. They were terrible last year. Logan Fife transfers in, the former Fresno State QB. And to me, part of, like we talked about earlier, Sanchez is in year 2. He played at New Mexico State, but he was part of Jerry Kill's staff, but just wasn't very high up on that staff. That's why I thought it was lazy. They could have hired Tim Beck. They could have hired, Drilling, the DC, but instead they go with Sanchez just because he played there. But I will say this, the continuity. So he's been in Las Cruces for a few years now.
Yeah.
And the rest of the conference has gotten way worse. So is it a spot to jump on them at 4.5 wins?
You get a little continuity. You also get the regression stuff. They ball bounced the wrong way, -13 in the turnovers. Our buddy Phil Steele with his stock market indicator, +5.5. One of the expected most improved teams, which is just basically the odds are they're going to win more games than they did last year. Now coming off 3-9,
the home schedule is genius.
I just think they have so many winnable games.
The home schedule is genius
at home. Like honestly, there's like 4 locked up wins in my mind. So looking at that schedule, Bryant, which is one of those wins.
Okay,
that's a hell of a trip for the Bryant Bulldogs.
You wanted my upset special for week 1? Bryant will win its first FBS game.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
What's that spread?
I'll take that bet. Tulsa, the Golden Hurricane. Remember their logo that looked like a butt plug?
I just want to remind you,
Tech.
the last time Bryant played in FBS, I believe, I'm just double checking, it was this heartbreak game at FIU. They lost 38-37 on a bullshit targeting call. They had won the game, and then a flag comes out. All right, the flag came out. The Bryant Bulldogs, who have recently come to the CAA, watch out. 38-37 last time they played in FBS.
Did you know Bryant is a space grant university?
Did not know that.
Funded by the aliens?
Look, I stand corrected. They did play UNLV last year.
How'd
and
that
they got
go?
it worked. But UNLV is way better than New Mexico State, right? But I mean, UNLV almost made the playoffs.
So
yeah,
they're Bryant's losing, then Tulsa.
I got Bryant winning.
Got it. New Mexico State versus Tulsa, and then at La Tech. So the start of the season,
1-2.
What do we think, Sean? 2-1.
Yeah, I'm 2-1.
Nice. Bye week, and then
Fuck
we got
Bryant.
a rivalry game again at
The
New
Rio
Mexico.
Grande rivalry. That's
probably
loss.
a loss, and then win against Sam Houston.
No, disagree. Phil Longo and Sam Houston have much better roster than New Mexico State.
They will be favored. Yes.
Sam Houston State will be, I believe.
Really? On the road?
At Las Cruces.
Did you guys watch New Mexico State at all last year?
Bye week at
They're
Liberty.
fucking horrible.
That's a loss. Missouri State.
Las Cruces is a sneaky elevation spot. 3,900.
Sam Houston State won 31-11 last year.
Yeah, it's a revenge
spot. Great point, Colby. Missouri State, another winnable home game.
Yep.
At Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. That's another loss. The road games are tricky.
But
down here.
but they were going to lose those games anyway.
Kennesaw State. That's a winnable game.
Yes.
Just let's get Tennessee on the schedule. We know we like that.
Well, that's it.
Late season.
Remember,
SEC.
they're the hidden team. They're the hidden
at
SEC
UTEP,
team.
one of the few
13th
teams.
Floor.
The road trip isn't as crazy
That's
for
a
them
rivalry
to get to
game.
El Paso, right across the border there.
And then Middle Tennessee, they should get that one.
Yeah, I'm on the under 4-8.
I'm on the over.
I
Give
will
me
say it is a great schedule.
4.5.
If you can't do it this year, Sanchez, you should be fired.
Over.
I'm with Kramer. Over.
I'm
4.
over on a lot of these 4.5s.
Hey, if you guys signed up with Underdog Fantasy, if not, what are you waiting for? Get in with the Dog app and start drafting. It is a fun time to draft some fantasy football teams here in the dog days of summer, and that's why they call them the dog days, because you're on the Underdog Fantasy app all summer long, drafting your teams at Best Ball Mania. 15 million guaranteed prizes, 2 million to first, 1 million. And Matt, I really want one of our listeners to win this, and I would like to win it, but if not me, maybe Ryan, maybe it's you, and you get 40 if you deposit and get the match up to $1,000 in bonus cash using our promo code SGPN. You get 40 free shots to become a fantasy football millionaire. I like those odds. Drafting is super fun, and it's so much better than managed leagues. Don't have to worry about the waiver wire, all that other bullshit. Just go to underdogfantasy.com, toss us a bone. Use the promo code SGPN, get a sweet deposit match and a free pick'em entry. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is going to bet you. Love Rhythm and their AI backed picks and props. Hop on there within minutes. You're building your own models for college football, MLB, NFL, whatever it is. They got you covered on Rhythm. Golf as well. It's a fun time to start playing around with the Rhythm, the modeling, and it's great. You just adjust the sliders. Hey, what matters to you? Defense, running the ball, and it spits out the model. It does the back data testing and everything, and you're good to go. 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Just looking at some photos of sliders.
Yeah.
The food.
Yeah.
So you
Not
slides
slides.
and sliders.
Yeah. What do you think of sliders, guys?
Pretty good.
I mean,
But they're also kind of pussy burgers.
They are. They are.
Like, give me a real burger.
do you
like
remember
a mini
all right, so
burger?
when you were young?
Have you ever eaten a burger and been like, "Oh, it's too much"?
Yeah.
I wish I
mini
had
burgers
mini
are,
versions.
are kind of a shitty invention.
When you were younger, do you remember the
better than
term
no burger.
slider?
No,
from
sliders are relatively new.
Yeah. But let me ask you something. Like, does a slider qualify for something that's not burger? Like, if you took half a ham sandwich, put it in a slider, do they do that out in the world?
Yeah,
They do.
I think you can put anything on a slider.
Really?
I feel like every time I've had a slider, it's been a burger.
Maybe pulled pork.
Not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah.
I think I have had a pulled
to Sean's
pork. I think
point,
you're right.
pulled pork sliders,
but never a cold sandwich.
No, when you go
No.
to fancy
It has
places,
to be warm.
Oh, no,
It's an appetizer.
I don't think so. I've definitely had like bougie, like hors d'oeuvre style sliders that were like fresh
Cold?
fresh mozzarella with like like a roasted red pepper.
I think Ryan's lying to us.
Let's ask the internet. Can a slider be cold? Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like it. I didn't do enough research, but it does look like it. All right, let's keep this Conference USA party moving along as we get to Sam Houston State. Solid logo here. That Bearcat looks like he's on the way to take care of some serious business. Their numbers also 4.5 here. 9-3 last year. Wow. -132 to the over, 108 to the under, 10-1 to win the conference, 80-1 to make the playoff.
I saw a lot of those FCS schools that jump up. They're ready for that shit. They were ready.
They spend money down there at Sam Houston State.
But they have no home stadium this year. Does that factor into your hand?
We've done this
Yes.
before.
Yes.
With Kansas.
It's an
right?
auto fade.
under.
But week 0, they got a game at Western Kentucky, a conference game, probably one of the more important conference games in that conference. Because if you got that one, or at least for Sam Houston, because that will be their competition, especially if you look at last year's, rankings essentially.
What do you think the number is?
Tops probably laying 8.
Yeah.
Really?
8.5.
Holy shit.
And they had 6 net close wins plus 12 in turnover. They're only returning 7 starters, and they lost Keeler. Like, this is just, they have their work cut out for them.
We actually have 2 numbers for Sam Houston. They're catching 8.5 week 1 against Western Kentucky on the road, and they are catching 13.5 at home week 2 against UNLV.
But we like the teams playing week 0. They get a leg up on Dan Mullen, who's playing his first game at UNLV. Phil Longo failed upwards. He got fired as offensive coordinator of Wisconsin, became the head coach at Sam Houston State. I saw Cliff Kingsbury do this once. Didn't really work out for him at the Cardinals. Remember he got fired by Texas Tech? They're like, "You're a terrible coach," and it's like, "Oh yeah,
he got hired.
I'm going to the NFL."
And then he got fired, and then he went to Thailand, and then he came back with the greatest offensive playbook known to man. And Jaden Daniels was the
He
benefactor.
found it deep in that woman's ass that he posted that video for.
Colby,
about
you don't know that it was a woman. All right, so 0-2, and then at Hawaii, the Ram. This is
Hold
a-
on. I want to talk about this for a second.
What?
Phil Longo was under Drake May that his offense at North Carolina put up major fucking points.
Okay. He also had a NFL quarterback.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder, since he can be the head, it didn't work out with the Dairy Raid at Wisconsin, but you're also playing in the Big Ten where every team's got a great defense. And it's like, I wonder if this might work at Sam Houston State.
Problem is I have the
not year one.
I have the Dairy Raid circled in red.
And not
one of the worst innovations in college football.
But they were scoring like 70 a game. I feel like at North Carolina, they just couldn't stop anybody.
And not at Shell Energy Stadium.
That is true. But
can you name 5 worse things in college football than the idea of the Dairy Raid?
Well, that's to me Luke Fickell's fault. Yeah, a national championship game in a dome.
Trick question.
Instead of the Rose Bowl or Sun Bowl or Liberty Bowl or Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, and then they play at Texas 0-4 at New Mexico State. You're going to 3,900 feet of elevation.
No, they're winning one of those fucking games. This dude's offense will be. They can put up points. They're going to be able to put up points.
Jacksonville State at home, maybe.
In fact, if you're a college football fantasy player listening to this,
here we
Elijah Green, the running back who was previously at North Carolina, I look for him to potentially have a gigantic season.
They are going to get just shit stomped in all these games.
I disagree. Like, they're playing a lot of yes, okay. The non-con is a little brutal. What is the entire non-con? Because I see Oregon State on November 8th. That's not good.
So then,
I'll say they can. All right. So
after the second bye, at Louisiana Tech, at Oregon State,
they can win at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, but then they lose at Oregon State.
They are going to lose at Oregon State.
I think 4-8 is their ceiling.
They can't win it. All right. I think Colby's being very optimistic here. They can win at home against Delaware. They can win at home against FIU.
1, 2.
They can win at home against UTEP.
3.
That's
4,
the end of the list.
5. I'm on the over.
They have 3 winnable games according to my simulations.
I'm on the over.
I'm with you, Kramer. Under
3 winnable games, and you want to take over 4.5.
I do. I know they're playing. I know they're playing at that wacky stadium, but I mean,
they're not at home, Colby. We've done this before. This is automatic.
I just trust that they're in fucking. They're right outside of Houston. The talent level at Houston. He's gonna walk in. They're gonna score fucking.
This
points,
is a code word. When he starts talking like this, Sean, we just got to turn it off and go the other way.
They're gonna score points. I don't know about the defense, but they're gonna score some fucking points.
The Miners of UTEP next up.
Tink, tink.
On the list, one of 2 teams remaining. Another 3-9 season last year. 5.5's the win total this year. Plus 124 to the over. Minus 152 to the under. 13-1 to win Conference USA. 80-1 to make the playoff. Great logo.
They just did a photo shoot of like all their coaches on a horse.
Really?
It's pretty. You should try to find that thing real quick. I think check Wetzel's.
No,
Wetzel's.
I know how to search the internet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And Wetzel was the first thing that came up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this on.
It's pretty fire. So they brought in Malachi Nelson, former 5-star, former top recruit in the fucking nation.
Soft as shit though.
But he's not. I don't know that he'll start over Skylar Locklear. But I'll tell you one thing. I kind of think Walden can do this. I will say. In my mind, I thought he won more than 3 games last year.
Yeah. It's not very good.
And they did lose to an FCS, but it was year 1 laying that foundation down.
Look at this, Sean.
Those are some real honest Cowboys. Colby, you just love the stadium so much; it blinds you to any.
Why did they?
I want them to be nasty. They're joining the Mountain West next year. I'm riding this momentum, Sean.
It's the last year of Conference USA. You were the one who's turned us on.
Half these teams are just join the Conference USA though.
Yeah, but they become loyal to Conference USA and want to hate on.
I'm trying to see if any of these. Oh, nice! Just
that's a great horse.
Oh man,
what's up with the? I mean. This isn't as bad as I thought. They all look very natural on a horse. None of them look. I thought I was going to see a big fat guy sitting on a horse looking really uncomfortable. These guys look like they've ridden horses before. It's actually a little annoying. I'm usually
you're fading this now.
I don't know if I'm fading this now. These guys look like men. These guys look like real men.
So the schedule: they open up Maverick Stadium, taking on Bronco Mendenhall.
That's a loss.
Probably.
UT Martin's a win.
Yep.
At Texas is a loss.
ULM
Warhawks
Or
At home.
They're going to get one of those, maybe both of those.
They can, yeah. So let's give them one for the ULM La Tech stretch.
2 going into the bye.
I don't know that confidence on the horse. Give me a third. I'll go 3.
Yeah, I'm going 3.
Really?
Yeah, the horse.
Just
vibes.
La Tech bullshit out of here, right?
Liberty comes to town and beats them, but
Yeah.
maybe
Nah,
off
Liberty
the
will fuck
bye.
'em up. What was
No.
the
Off
score
the
last year?
bye?
They won by 18 last year.
No.
Revenge off the bye.
The year before they won by they're fucking them up.
Liberty is
Yeah.
also off the bye. Then you have at Sam Houston State. I mean, that's probably a win. Sam Houston's not going to be very good this year unless you listen to Colby.
They have a great road schedule.
And then at Kennesaw, winnable.
Like,
Jacksonville State
in conference, I mean.
probably drop that one. Maybe not though. At Missouri State, it's cold by then. Do
But
we worry about that?
isn't El Paso like the one part of Texas that gets cold?
Well, Sean's a big Sean. You know about the elevation in El Paso.
Yes.
I'm sure you. It's just in the back of your head.
It's a poor man's Las Cruces, 3740.
Okay, so we're halfway to a mile.
Yeah. A little more, but yeah.
They say the lows, the average lows in November in El Paso are dropping into the 40s. So to your point, probably not quite Missouri.
I know I've just watched multiple games in the snow there.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
not Missouri, but maybe to your point, it's not quite as a shock. And Missouri State will be beatable. New Mexico State is also beatable, especially in a home spot. And so is Delaware. There's too many winnable games here.
I'm on the over. Bowling in the final year in the CUSA before they join the Mountain West.
Yeah, I'll toss him a bone. I am worried Colby's just in love with the stadium. Kramer, what do you do?
Look at this confidence.
I do like the confidence.
Look at these guys.
They do look natural.
The
in
guy on the
Texas, that's some Texas Rangers right there.
The
Boy.
guy on the left really looks natural. I mean, he doesn't even look like he needs to hold the reins. Oh man, look at that mountain behind him. Beautiful landscape out there. I was just in New Mexico, Sean. All right.
That's Texas.
So we're all in the over.
Yeah, I know. But I was not in Texas. I was in New Mexico.
Yeah, Kramer's just filling you in.
God damn it, Colby. You leave for a little bit. I mean,
Look at that beautiful scenery. I was just there. I was just there.
I gotta explain my jokes to you.
Look at
West,
this.
Western Kentucky.
This logo looks like an edible.
This
like
is
if this is just an edible through a football.
But this is what I mean. If Florida International, Western Kentucky gets it,
yeah, have fun
they
with
get it. And that's why I think it's one of the
Grimace
best
ass.
logos.
This
in
looks
the,
like
in
a
the
red
sport.
blood cell, like some sort of weird pharmaceutical advertisement.
Well,
They explained to you what AIDS was when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Western Kentucky gets it, and guys, they did something. Look, the better Helton as a head coach, in my opinion, Tyson Helton.
Well, you can't be worse than Clay, so
Well,
it's not exactly a hot.
he's
take.
been ahead of the curve on these hires. He got the OC that is now the head coach at FAU. Same with Oklahoma's OC. They were all there. He's always ahead of the curve, and he's ahead of the curve when he brought in my favorite quarterback outside of Diego Papi.
Oh well,
His name is Maverick MacGyver.
get your raincoat.
Maverick MacGyver.
He's on the case.
That's not a real name.
They only have 2 starters back on defense. Colby, are we worried about that?
We should be.
Yeah,
But Maverick MacGyver will solve it. All right.
he's on it.
Maverick MacGyver lit up the FCS at Abilene Christian last year.
Okay.
And he does this. It's like we brought in Austin Reed from what was it, like West Florida, I think it was a few years back. And I think that is wise of him. So
It's actually spelled Mick, MCIVOR.
you see those stats? He almost threw for 4,000 goddamn yards last year.
Yeah. They also got rolled in the playoffs by 20 points. Anyway, I like the name. I was searching it and I was shocked at the spelling. I'll pull up the schedule here. They are one of the projected chalk teams in the conference. Second chalk to Liberty.
I mean, they always go bowling.
Plus 420. Well, they have a nice home edge, I feel like. Plus 420 to win the conference, 25-1 to make the playoff. Again, a team with shorter odds than 80-1. Pay attention. 7.5 is the win total after going 8-4 last year. -122 to the over. Even money under. And the schedule.
And by the way, he brought in Maverick MacGyver's OC from Abilene with him.
They have very winnable. Like they have some spots that you could see them winning on the road. They have a number of home games where they should be favored. I'm realizing I have way too many overs in Conference USA. Something must have happened in my algorithm. What do we think here, Colby?
The only 2 starters back on defense. Colby didn't respond to that comment.
He said we should be worried.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like they're not known for their good defense.
It's true.
Well, let's work it
since,
out. So Sam
Jack
Houston,
Harbaugh left.
So you're saying this Sam Houston game is going to be a shootout?
Well, they're what are they? 8-point favorites.
8.5 point favorites.
So we took the tops there.
Yep. And then you got North Alabama. That's
a win.
Almost certainly
2-0.
going to be a win.
2-0. So now you just need what?
When did Alabama have Lions? We'll get back to that later. At Toledo.
That's a loss, I think.
Yeah.
Could be a tricky game, but it's a fun game.
The MAC is a better conference for sure, but I don't know if that's a guaranteed win. Then you have a bye week.
They did beat Toledo last year, so Toledo's looking for revenge.
Oh, so maybe that's the angle. Then you have Nevada off the bye at home though.
That's an interesting game.
You think Nevada can get that done?
I think it's kind of a 50-50 game, but I guess the tops. That's a far trip. That's the only thing.
It's the opposite. Well, but they're at home.
That's what a far trip for Nevada is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I think okay, give me the tops to be 3-1 after Nevada.
Okay.
I think Nevada game though is a little tricky because I think Nevada is actually a tougher team physically.
Nevada.
Yeah. Then they had to
keeps disrespecting the state of Nevada by saying it wrong. Sean.
Then they had the Plaster Stadium take on Missouri State. Back to back away at Missouri State at Delaware. They're going to run that table. Aren't they the home openers? Didn't we just talk about this?
Yeah. No, it's
they lose one of those back-to-back road games.
Yeah.
So they have at least 2 losses going into the second bye, right?
I got 4 wins at the second bye. We
4
need
and 2?
4 more.
FIU at home. I like
Winnable.
FIU.
Winnable.
Winnable.
All these games are winnable.
At Louisiana Tech, New Mexico State at home, bye week, Middle Tennessee at
100
home.
miles of hate rivalry.
Wait for it.
Yeah. Oh,
At LSU,
Oh.
no. At Jacksonville State, no.
This might be an under.
Yeah, I'm going under.
1, 2, 3.
You're getting even money on the under too.
Yeah, I'll say
It's
7.
7 and
I'll say
5.
7 and 5. They're gonna be. I think the number's right though. 7 and 5.
Kramer
8 and
under?
4.
Yeah, and like I said, like we were discussing earlier, it's a very strange phenomenon that they get the conference home openers for Delaware and Missouri State there.
Would they vote against adding them, and everyone else voted yes?
But it
They're
puts
like, "Oh, yeah,
you in a
fuck
position
you."
where it's like, well, I mean, if things don't go well early, it can slide very quickly. And even looking at,
Slide?
it could slide very quickly. Toledo's even coming off the Kentucky game, maybe a little letdown spot there. Yeah, I'm going to go under. A lot more losable games than winnable games.
I'm with you.
And I needed to balance out the forces of the universe. Did I go? I still might have more than half overs. I have 6 overs and 6 unders, I guess.
Ooh, look at you. Well balanced preview. Kramer, 3 locks in a future.
Ooh, we've talked about a lot of good. I think. Do we just put the Liberty future in there?
Yes.
I don't think the over is the play. To me, them winning the division. Colby's right. The talent's there. Do I want to fade or
I think you should lock both.
Well, I'm going to go
There's
against
no
the
way they
vibes
go
of
9 and 3, right?
we're fading the vibes of Kennesaw State.
Okay.
We're taking who uncanceled football?
Kennesaw State under 3.5.
Colby, who uncanceled football? When a bowl game was going to be canceled?
Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana Tech over. And for the wild card, do I go UTEP or do I go Missouri State? You know what? I'm on an island with Missouri State. Give me Missouri State over.
Missouri State over 4.5. Liberty to win the Conference USA at +140. La Tech over 6.5. K State under 3.5. For me, give me the Liberty Flames over 9.5. Delaware, the Blue Hens over 4.5, and FIU over 4.5. For the future, I'll do Liberty to the playoffs.
Nice.
And get it at +1120.
So we didn't really talk about it. What's the path of them is it 10 and it's 10-2 get them in, or is that even questionable?
Probably not, because
Yeah.
the strength of schedule is going to be bad.
So they have to be undefeated, you think?
Probably.
Wow.
It depends what everyone else does, but I think they have to.
So Sean,
probably go undefeated.
do you think we could do a better price just taking that mechanical parlay their money line every week?
It's a good question.
They play 12 games. They're going to be favored in every game. How often are we even going to come close to doubling our money? You know, like you have to kind of, so I would imagine that might be a decent price. I'll have to do some calculations, but
You're the math whiz of the show, Ryan. But the
plus
fun,
you really want to be lumping down these minus 450,
it would
minus
just be
600
fun.
money.
I'm just thinking of the logistics of every week showing up at the circuit and sliding the
Wait,
ticket over.
Who
and
did
just
we
saying,
already commit to doing that with? Southern Miss?
Southern
I think
Miss?
so,
UConn.
yeah.
No, UConn. That's
Oh.
right. It was UConn
UConn.
because of the ladies team and the glasses. We already got the bit.
Yes.
All right.
Colby, close it out strong. Colby Dant from the College Football Experience, aka Picasso. Colby, what do you got? 3 locks in the future.
Liberty over 9.5, easy money. I'm gonna take the under on Jacksonville State 6.5, and then give me Delaware. Trust the good FCS programs over 4.5, and then Liberty for everything.
Doubling and doubling down.
playoff.
Natty?
No,
No.
but for a lot. I mean,
Yeah. Let's get it.
what are we doing?
All righty. Good times as always. And this concludes our college football conference preview, correct, Kramer?
You guys want to do FCS?
No.
I thought you guys love ball.
No. We do love ball.
I think
Now I understand why you wanted the soccer game on yesterday.
we
Wow.
they're potentially maybe we do a Heisman breakdown. Maybe we save that to closer to the year.
Okay. Stay tuned. Of course, as always, smash that subscribe button.
But
Brian, NFL team previews right around the
I
corner.
was going to say you're listening to this on the last week that this feed will not be NFL
National
team previews.
Football League. And of course, College Football Experience for all your college football needs. Toss us a nice rating and review. That does make a difference. 5 stars on Spotify, thumbs up on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
Sean, we're almost there.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.